Good day, everyone. I am Professor Raisa Mirza, and for this lecture video, we're going to tackle the different tests that are being done to investigate the relationship between variables. So, I believe natakal nyo to sa lecture part ninyo. So, for the laboratory part, we'll just discuss how are we going to do this test in Excel and SPSS. Okay, so we have the chi-square test of association, Spearman rank order correlation, the simpler Pearson product moment correlation, and the simple linear regression analysis for this. Okay, so first for the chi-square test of association. Okay, so sa Excel, say for example you have already inputted the data set in Excel. Okay, you will create a 2 by 2 table wherein the first step that you're going to do is you would get the observed frequencies using the countifs function. Okay? So say for example for this table, okay? Ayan. So, 2 by 2 table. So, sa first cell na ito, so, ang criteria natin is dapat smoker and dapat male ang gender. Okay? So, criteria underscore range 1, ilagay nyo lang dyan yung mga indicated na mga cells. And then, criteria 1 would be smoker. And then sa column B naman, okay, dapat male. Okay? So, kapag dito naman sa next na cell, kailangan naman dito is non-smoker male. This one is female smoker and this one is female non-smoker. So, ulitin nyo lang yung count ifs function for those. Papalitan nyo lang ng criteria. Okay? So, next, kapag naset nyo na yung mga observed frequencies, you're going to get the expected frequencies naman. Okay? So, say for example, for this male smoker, okay, ang kanyang formula for the expected frequency would be 125 multiplied by your uh, 46 and then divide sa total, which is 317. So, ayan. Pag sinet mo na yung mga ganyang formula, okay, it would get this expected frequency for this cell, no? So, ganun lang yung pag-measure natin. So, 125 multiplied by 46, then divide by 317. Alright? So, ulitin nyo lang din yan sa mga ibang pang cells dun sa 2 by 2 table natin. And then, pag nakuha nyo na yan, okay, meron na tayong observed frequencies and expected frequencies. So, pwede naman na dito kayo mag-perform ng function, no? Ayan. Pag nailagay niya na yan, okay, punta lang kayo sa maglagay lang kayo ng equal sign. So, that would lead you to the different formulas or different functions, diba? So, punta lang kayo sa formula na tab, no? And then, under more functions, press statistical. And then, press there the chi-test. So, that's for the chi-square test of association. So, pag na-press nyo na yun, it will show this dialog box, which are the function arguments. So, the actual range is the observed frequencies. So, lagay nyo lang siya dyan. And then, the expected range are the expected frequencies. So, magiging ganito yung itsura niya, guys. Okay? Alright. So, pwede nyo naman na rin i-drag itong apat na frequencies na ito, and then automatically na siyang mag-input dyan. Okay? Alright. So, pag tapos na yan, click on OK. And then it will show you the value for the chi-square test. Okay? And if it is less than the p-value, then it is significant. Okay? So, make sure lang na tignan nyo yung value kasi ito times 10 to the negative 13. So ilang zeros pa yan. Alright? Okay? So, in that case, significant yung result dyan. Okay? So, sa SPSS naman, okay, kapag may dataset na rin kayo sa SPSS, na-input nyo na lahat, okay, just click on Analyze, click on Descriptive Statistics, and click on Cross Tabs. Parang siya na yung gagawa ng 2x2 table natin. Alright? So, ilagay nyo lang kung ano yung rows and then yung columns dun sa dalawang variables na meron tayo dyan sa example. And then kapag nailagay nyo na, press on statistics, press on chi-square, and then click on continue. Okay? And then kapag na-generate nyo na yung results, so ito na yung magiging output. Alright? So the test statistic value for that is shown here, yung encircled one. And then the p-value of it is located din sa dito naman sa second circle, no? So there is indeed a significant association between the two variables in this example for that. Okay? I believe naturuan na rin kayo on how to interpret outputs. Alright, so next we'll go to the Pearson correlation muna. So ayan, na-discuss na rin ito sa inyo. Okay? Yung different kinds of correlation, the positive and the negative, and also high, low, stuff like that. Okay? So, first, punta muna tayo kung paano siya gawin sa ating Excel. Okay? So, kapag may dataset ka na rin dyan, okay, just add an equal sign. Then, punta ka ulit sa formulas, click on Statistical, and click the Correl function. So, that's for correlation, Pearson correlation. So, it will show you a dialog box of function arguments again. Okay, and then you will put there the different arrays that you have. Okay, so array 1 would be your first variable, and then array 2 the second one. Okay, and then click but once you click OK, it will show you the correlation coefficient, or the R. Okay, or a second way to do that is just click on data, click on data analysis, yung naka-encircle dyan, and then click on correlation, and then once you click OK, okay, it will show you a dialog box wherein ilalagay mo dyan yung input range. So, drag mo lang yung data set mo, and then you will click group by columns, and then click on OK. Then it will generate you, okay, the correlation coefficient. Okay? And then kapag naman sa SPSS, once you have the data set there, click on Analyze, click on Correlate, and since dalawa lang naman ng variable dito, you would click on Bivariate. Right? And then once the variables are in, just click on Pearson, just click on two-tailed, and then click on OK. And then this output will show. Okay? So, ayan, dyan yung makikita yung correlation coefficient, or the R, small letter R. And then, if it is less than your p-value, the p-value, if it is less than your set of set na threshold ninyo, then that is significant. Alright, so ayan, ito yung interpretation for that. There is a very high significant positive correlation between those two variables. So, always take note of that. And sa correlation analysis, for us to output a graph, pwede na rin sa SPSS. So, just click on graph, and click on legacy dialogues, then click on scatter or dot na graph, and then just click on simple scatter, then click define. So you'll just need to input the y and then the x-axis. So always take note. Yeah. Okay. So, ang palatandaan dyan is xi and yd, di ba? So, the x-axis would always be your independent variable, and then the y-axis is the dependent variable. Okay, so pag nilagay nyo yan accordingly, just click on OK. And then, it will show you your scatter plot graph. Okay, next, Spearman. Spearman correlation. So, sa SPSS lang meron tayo dito. So, ayan. Always, di ba, pag Spearman correlation, ginagamit natin siya kapag at least one of the variables indicated I ordinal, no? So, pwedeng dalawa, kunyari sa bivariate analysis, pwedeng dalawa silang ordinal or isa lang sa kanilang ordinal. Okay? So, in this case, ayan, nakarank na dito yung mga examples natin na data. So, click on Analyze, click on Correlate, click on Bivariate. Guys, ito naman kasi sa SPSS, although iba't ibang versions na, so kahit latest pa yung gamitin nyo na version, same lang din naman halos yung mga features when it comes to the statistical test involved. Okay, so hindi naman mahirap hanapin yung mga yun. Okay, correlate and click on bivariate. Once you click on bivariate correlations, ito yung maglalabas sa dialog box. So, ilagay nyo lang dyan yung mga variables indicated. Yung subject kasi, that's the rank, diba? So, hindi na yan included dito sa example na to. Okay? And then, once the variables are in, you just click on Spearman, hindi sa Pearson. Ayan. Okay, Spearman. And then, two-tailed flag significant correlations. Then, once you click on OK, it will show you, okay, the value of R for the Spearman, okay, which is this one for the example. And then, since significant yung kanyang p-value, so yan, very high, significant positive correlation between those variables. Alright, so we're done with Spearman. Also for this, since correlation analysis din siya, you can create a scatter plot graph for that. Right? So next, let's now go with your simple linear regression analysis. Okay? Ayan. Linear lang i-cover natin at the logistic na. For your level, that's enough. Okay? So, alam naman natin, no, we have to assess if yung regression model is indeed fit for your assumptions, no? Okay? So, you have to get the slope and then the y-intercept. So, the slope is your regression coefficient, and then the y-intercept is your regression constant, or beta 0 for the y-intercept and beta 1 is for your slope. Okay? So, ayan. Alright. So, I believe na-discuss naman na to sa inyo. No? So, ayan. Assessing the fit of the model, it's either you do it by determining the coefficient of determination, which is the big letter R squared, or testing the hypothesis regarding your beta 1 and beta 0. Alright? So, let's now go on with how are we going to do that in Excel and SPSS. First, in Excel, once data set are in, okay, so we just click on data and data analysis, then click on regression, then click on OK. Alright, so this dialog box will show. So, ilalagay mo lang dyan, guys, yung mga inputs mo for your X and Y. Alright, so for the Y-axis, which is your dependent variable, and then the x-axis for the independent one. Right? Um, once the datas are in, okay, click on OK. So confidence level, lagi lang yan most likely nasa 95. Right? Click on OK, and then this output will show. Okay? So, ayan, papapakita na dyan. For the regression statistics, you will be able to get the R square, alright, which is the coefficient of determination. Alright? And then for the ANOVA analysis, uh, you will be able to determine if it is significant, no? Or the regression model is indeed fit for your data set, no? Yan, so makikita mo dyan yung significance, and then your coefficients, no? So beta 0 and beta 1, which is na-discuss natin, nag-go over natin kanina. And then the p-value for the independent variable. Alright, so kapag meron ka na ng mga yan, you are able to interpret then the result. Next, for SPSS, okay, still we are in Excel pa rin, no? So, another way to do it in Excel, di ba, parehas din ng correlation, dalawang way, either sa data analysis or sa formula. Pwede rin sa formula, so maglagay ka lang dyan ng equal sign, and then go to formula, click on more functions, and click on statistical, and then choose the line ST. Alright? So, you will input again the different data sets or ranges sa function arguments. So, known y's, and then the known x. So, for the y and x-axis. And then click on OK. And then it will show you the regression coefficient, which is the beta 1. Alright? In sa SPSS naman, okay. So, click on Analyze, click on Regression, click on Linear. Okay, and then you will input the dependent and the independent variable. Then, after that, you would click on Statistics. Right here, yung nakalagay sa rectangle. Okay, just make sure that the model fit, estimates, and coefficient intervals are nakatick yung kanilang box, okay, naka-check mark, and then 95, and then click on continue, click on OK. Alright, so this is the output for your linear regression analysis. Alright, so isa-isay natin sila. Okay? Ayan, so how do you interpret the R square now? Okay, so this one denotes, no, that the independent variable accounts or explains the 23.5% of the dependent variable. Okay? Yan, for the result. And the next one, okay, significant ba yung regression model na yan sa inyong dataset? So, dito, dahil 0.155, okay, there's no sufficient evidence to say that the regression model or equation is significant for the data set. Next, for the following coefficients, so, ayan, ito naman yung significance ng independent variable, di ba? Parang katulad din dun sa na-generate natin sa Excel kanina. Alright, so for the coefficients, okay, pwede nyong gamitin yung magiging values, no, ng beta 0 and then the beta 1, which are the slopes and your y-intercept in determining this equation, no? So makukuha mo ngayon, okay, yung value ng y, okay, kapag meron kang value ng x. So ngayon kapag may value ka ng percent RDA for calorie, kasi ito yung nasa example. Ito yung the independent, no? Independent variable natin for this example. Okay? So, kapag may value ka ng independent variable, Okay, gamit lang yung ang equation na to. Okay, you can now determine the value of the dependent variable. Okay, so ayan. So for every 1% increase in the independent variable, okay, so the dependent variable would increase by 0.47 points. Okay, kung ano man ang value ng beta 1. Okay, so ganun mag-interpret niyan. So the y or um, the dependent variable is equals to, okay, beta 0 plus beta 1, okay, and then multiplied by your xi, which is the independent variable. Okay, so ayan. So pwede rin mag-create ng graph out of this. So click on SPSS, click on graph, click on the legacy dialogues, and then click on scatter or dot graph, and then ayan, ilagay nyo lang dyan yung y-axis and then the x-axis. Then once those are in, it will generate the scatter plot diagram for this one. So it does not show a general pattern, kaya hindi mo ma-determine, okay, using that. Pero just to show, no, kung ano yung um, scatter plot analysis for those variables. Okay, next, ayan, graphs, legacy dialogues, or pwedeng interactive scatter plot. It can create, no, case, count, or percent na scatter plot analysis. And then you'll just put there the different variables. So ito is a kind of 2D coordinate scatter plot. Okay, and then for the fit, so pag na-assign mo na yung variables, go to fit na tab. Okay, and then click on regression, and then fit times for total, click on total, and then click on okay, and then it will show you the linear regression for this. Okay, which is nakashow din naman yung coefficient of determination linear value, okay, or the big letter R squared linear value. Alright, so I believe by group nyong gagawin yung inyong activity for this. So makakapag-brainstorm kayo kung ano yung right na statistical test na gagawin for the samples given there in your laboratory activity. So I believe you have 5 cases doon sa inyong activity. So basahin nyo lang sila isa-isa. Madali lang yun, promise. Basahin nyo lang sila isa-isa, and then brainstorm kung ano sa 4 na diniscuss natin ngayon yung applicable na statistical test na hinahanap dun sa case para yun yung i-conduct ninyo sa Excel and your SPSS. You can also do manual computation, okay? Just to counter check as well para ma-experience nyo kung paano mag-compute manually ng mga statistical tests, and also kung paano sila gawin sa ating mga softwares. Okay, so yan, chi-square test, Spearman rank order, Pearson product, and also linear regression. Okay, so 5 yun na cases. So mamimili lang kayo sa 4 kung ano yung statistical test na na kailangan gamitin for those cases. Alright? So yung output nyo should be typewritten and PDF format yung pag-upload para mabilis natin ma-check. Okay, thank you so much, and good luck on your laboratory activity. Have a great day.